And here we are, November 30th. What the hell? How? How are we here? So there is some good things. Good things happening. Good things happening, especially as a Virgo stellium. Mercury will station direct around 4:30 a.m. So let's see what's happening before then. The semi-sextile to Chiron at 23 degrees, helping you integrate and understand and release and really be open-minded about the journey you are going on. Because as you start healing the childhood wound, your journey might shift. And if you stay locked into values that belonged to the wounded child, you're going to be judging yourself on values you don't even agree with anymore, right? So then 2:45 a.m., and good luck being asleep. The moon is going to try and Jupiter. And if you are asleep, your dreams will be fucking weird. So write that shit down. Okay. Where this is a huge integration energy. This is a very magical day. As you can see, all that Pisces, Scorpio, all the way up until 11. We are very much in that ancestral energy. We're very much in this space of understanding, collecting information, nurturing our wound places, nurturing the wound places of the ancestors, dropping stuff, letting it go, right? So 2:45 a.m. Let's integrate, let's understand, let's find wisdom, let's expand this idea of like who affects my life, and let's stop having these mentalities around like, I didn't really get along or talk to my parents, but it's fine, okay? Because it might not have been them. Yeah, it might have been the generation before that or the generation before that. So expand it, right? Also expand how you think it affected you, okay? Because there's wisdom to be had here. There is some kind of integration of trauma wisdom on the overcoming of it that needs to be had here and understood, okay? And now that Saturn is direct and Mercury is direct, we're going to start having these fucking moments of clarity, all right? And all of these trines and conjunctions and sextiles, this is a fucking stunning day. Because a trine wants fucking natural harmony. A conjunction wants to build a new energy, right? A sextile wants you to make a conscious effort to develop this new skill. So 342, that conjunction to Saturn, while now we're forward, okay, we're forward now. So this is like step forward, right? Like find your inner values. How do they relate to you now? Drop the trauma and the emotional programming that had you following values you didn't fucking believe in, right? And then when we do that, we then get to use this 27-degree Scorpio Lilith with this moon to gather the fucking wisdom. Right? We're gathering the wisdom. The rejected self is here. It's working in harmony with that wounded emotional space, right? But they're working in harmony to gather the wisdom, so we can let go of the traumatic event, of the traumatic memory. We're still going to have it, but we're not going to be emotionally connected to it. I'm not going to let it pull my fucking puppet strings anymore, okay? And this is a really empowering day for putting creative projects out, a really empowering day for being able to speak your deep, like emotional thoughts. Okay. And this is where the cleanup for the Mercury retrograde starts. So, what was said and made clear, we're about to have to take action on that stuff. Okay. Now, we may not be taking full action until we get to the Sagittarius Mercury, which is going to be on the 12th. But because Venus is going to move to Sag on the 1st of December, relationship stuff could already be having the fallout, right? We could already be making these fucking decisions. And so 10, 12, the trine to Venus, okay, 28 degrees is the Cancer degree. So how are you going to nurture yourself now? Where's your security now? Is it within you? Because it fucking better be, right? Like we're not now looking at how worthy we are of being secure and nurtured and loved based on what your mum told you or made you feel, right? Like if your mum didn't nurture you, we're now not choosing to believe that we're unworthy of being nurturing. We're choosing to believe that she didn't know how to do that and that was her. And that's her pain. But I'm going to take the wisdom from that. I'm going to take some kind of wisdom and lesson from that. And I'm going to fucking move forward and love myself, because through the lessons of that energy, I can now do better. I can now find my own inner security and nurturing, and I can completely let go of all of the negative that I don't want to take with me. And that fucking sextile to Uranus is gonna help us. Okay. 10:32 a.m. Uranus is retrograding 29 degrees of Taurus, cleaning up shit from the last 8 years that you didn't fucking clean up for one reason or another. Probably because of trauma that you hadn't overcome, probably because of filters that you hadn't looked at yet. Okay. But these aspects help us do that. They help us see these things from a different fucking perspective. And we get to have the Uranus at 29 degrees of Taurus and the Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces meeting up with all of these moons, giving us these moments to really be able to see the lengthiness that these things have been controlling us. Okay. And then this stunning witchy as fuck, my 29 degree Pisces, witches, go put yourself out under this energy. The moon conjuncting Neptune at 29 degrees. We are fucking gonna just feel under this energy. We're gonna feel. This is really powerful for you witches, okay? Very stunning energy for that. It's like making a wish that you want to come true, like at the end of January. Especially when it comes to the person you want to be on the other side of the emotional programming caused by trauma, right? So whenever that fucking is for you, wherever Pisces sits for you in your chart, wherever 29 degrees of Pisces especially sits for you in your chart, okay? We're letting go then, 12:16 p.m. Mars is noticing the details of the journey that we want to go on. And it's finding more things that it wants to do. And it's building more lists and habits of things it wants to do, places it wants to go, things it wants to learn. And to do those things, you're going to have to, by quintole, let go of the fucking ideas that your mother gave you, Jupiter at 24 degrees of Cancer. The ancestry gave you, okay? And then the sun comes in and it's at 8 degrees, transformation, right? Of Sagittarius. We're going on a journey. We're truth-seeking. Sesquiquadrate. Yeah, so you've been stuck. You've been doing compulsive or obsessive shit and you haven't made a fucking decision. So now I've got my list over here. And now that I know I need to let go of something in order to do the list, the sun goes, well, let's transform this journey, okay? And let's see where you've been stuck and let's make a fucking decision, right? Don't even listen to the childhood wound if it's stopping you. We're not believing that anymore. Remember, we're finding our little weirdo self, okay? Let it fucking go. And then, look, that could cause some issues at work, in relationships, okay? 1:48 p.m. If you are someone who got caught in a lie with that Mercury retrograde, you getting dumped. I'm going to say it right now. You getting fucking dumped because the confidence in this day with that opposition, Venus opposing Uranus, no. This is also going to cause a tug of war between what you believed about your financial abundance, financial security, material abundance, those sorts of things, what you fucking believed about that. This is going to cause some fucking friction with really being able to lock into what you want in the future, right? This day is about finding the confidence to believe that what you want and desire can come to you if you align with yourself. And this aspect, after we have been told, make a fucking decision and let go of something from your childhood wound, it now says, hey, I'm going to meet you here at a fucking crisis degree and I'm going to get you in a tug of war and I'm going to go, let's look at the last 8 years of your life when it comes to how you lock in for investing in yourself, for investing in work, for investing in a relationship where you need to invest in your own emotional needs and desires and wants. Okay, where's your confidence, right? So we're over here confident, Venus at 29 degrees of Scorpio, but we're also over here thinking we're right, Uranus at 29 degrees of Taurus, and we're in a fucking tug of war. And I tell you who's not going to win, Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is not going to win because that is a retrograde. We are revising, we are reanalyzing, we are looking at things that we need to change. And Venus in Scorpio says, this is how. This is what I've learned. This is how we change it. And then Venus comes in and says to your childhood wound, fucking let it go. Let it go. Okay. Whatever you thought you believed, whatever it was, however you put yourself second, however you didn't lock in, however you didn't believe in yourself, whatever it was, where you didn't commit to it, let it go. Because it was part of this childhood wound and that needs to be let go of. There's an idea that needs to be let go of. And then this Moon moves into Aries, makes a sextile to Pluto. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's go. This aspect is helping you understand that it now is going to be like the spark is lit, right? Like the spark is lit. Let's now make a conscious effort to connect with the underworld, with the dark side, right? We're making a conscious effort to understand that it's going to take that little spark of confidence, which, like, we are filled with it today. It's going to take that little spark of confidence sometimes to pull out that version of us that had to hide in our earlier days, but we're not that person. Okay. This, ladies, gentlemen, them, theys, fairies, whatever. You got a 29-degree Pisces or a 29-degree Scorpio and you're not doing magic under this, you are wasting it. No compromise on that statement. This energy, Venus at 29 degrees of Scorpio, about to move into Sag. We've uncovered the darkness. We're about to go on this new fucking adventure of worth, of love, of like contracts, of like fucking self-love, of all Venus qualities, right? Try not to embody the vindictive, because with Saturn direct, we don't need to be dishing out karma no more. Okay, Saturn's going to do that for us. Thank you. This is where we are loving the taboo, loving the darkness, loving the magic, loving the power, gratitude for the ancestors, taking what we can from them, cooperating with them, but not, what are we not doing? We're not taking the trauma and the pain in a little package. We're going to do what Scorpio does, which is burn the trauma and pain, let it rise up stronger with wisdom, and we're taking that. That is what we are showing the ancestors here, who the fuck we are and what the fuck we are going to do with their magic, with their wisdom. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Okay. 9:59 p.m. The moon at 5 degrees of Aries. 5 degrees is the Leo degree. Very confident moon. Very confident, wants to have a bit of fun. Okay. So in order to do that, mate, you're going to have to make a decision. Make a decision about transforming an inner mentality. Okay. And that's the end of November. What a fucking massive day to end on. And we are now moving direct, my friends. Okay. Check if you want to come to my group therapy, which is on the 1st of December. When you watch this, I don't know whether I'll have any spaces left, but just in case, go and check. All right. We start a whole new Venus cycle because it's going to move into Sag on the 1st. And I can't even with December. That's why I'm doing the group therapy. Okay. Otherwise, come and get a reading. We can go through December for you. I can do it with the astrology or the cards, whichever way you would like. Yeah. Or you know what? If you're already a client of mine, buy a voucher for your friend. Let me give them validation, wisdom, and all of the scary accuracy of a birth chart reading or a tarot reading that you've experienced if you're still watching me. Okay. So let's fucking go. It's time for December. I'm very excited about this day. Okay. Stay weird.